A classic rogue hero, an interplanetary alien adventure, a kingdom ruled by royal elites, and fights with big old green lizards. This essentially summarizes the epic story of FATL. Perhaps the best known work of Clint Stoker, FATL represents in many ways what the independent movement in crowdfunding is supposed to be. A relatively small creator hiring a veteran illustrator to bring you a hard-hitting, action-packed book that introduces a badass protagonist who's a mix between James Bond, Captain Kirk, and Han Solo. The story of FATL begins with our protagonist, a man named Flynn, who's an ambitious exterminator of pests and nuisances, arriving at a planet to kick ass and collect money. And boy, does he kick ass. In panel after panel, he shoots, beats, and blows up what can only be described as acid-spitting lizards who have infested the good people of planet Thandril. Along the way, he meets a couple of bodacious babes, members of the royal family in one way or another, and together they, along with a floating computer sidekick named Eldridge, embark on a journey to erase the monsters from existence. However, there is a twist to this apparently straightforward mission, and Flynn finds himself caught up in something much deeper than a simple alien infestation. What immediately stands out in this book is the incredible art of Charlie Snogans. Snogans, an experienced artist with a background in comics, advertising, television, and conceptual work, truly does bring the story to life. From dynamic fight scenes full of kinetic line work to gorgeous women drawn with truly alluring beauty, simply looking in his panels will bring a joy to your eyes that surpasses all expectations. It is by far the best part of this book. As far as story goes, the plot moves at a fast pace and does a great job in drawing the reader into a fantasy world and hooking them so that the ending of each page captivates the audience, driving the desire to turn to the next page. Dialogue is witty, and you quickly get a sense of who Flynn is as a character. He's a man looking out for number one, who doesn't bow down to the normal societal rules and would rather risk his life hunting deadly monsters to pay past due debts than be found slotted into any normal job. As he says himself, he's not like other men around here. In addition to the story itself, Stoker and Snogans include a few interesting extras. The work-in-progress drawings are absolutely beautiful to look at, and you get a sense of Charlie's process by examining them. Also included is the winner of a fan art contest where participants are asked to produce an advertisement for Flynn's alien termination and logistics services. For full transparency, I myself did enter into this contest. You'll be able to see the work here. Although I did not win or make the final selections which were published in the book, I still kind of get a kick out of my entry, so I figured I would shamelessly show it. Overall, this is a very ambitious project led by Clint Stoker and really introduces the world to an intriguing character who, quite frankly, could be a great person to explore over an ongoing series or at the very least in a few more sequels. However, herein lies the problem, both within this book and other crowdfunded books. You see, FATL is a book that is written as a first chapter to an ongoing story. Spoilers, it ends on a cliffhanger. So what's the problem with that, you ask? Well, it's that we will most likely never see how the story actually unfolds or ends. While no doubt a fantastic entry into the independent comics world, this book took a long time to go from conception to end product, which actually was in readers' hands. There were delays, personal issues, and more delays, as with other crowdfunding books. And I will include my own crowdfunding project as part of this, because I admit it falls into this same trap as well. The story starts out with the intention of being a semi-ongoing series, but then the second issue never arrives. It's difficult to ask readers to wait 4 to 5 years for a second chapter of a comic book. It's not an ongoing monthly series where a cliffhanger is resolved in a matter of a few weeks, but instead, the audience may very well have forgotten the plot of the original if and when the conclusion does come to fruition. So while I do highly recommend this book, you will have to accept the fact that FATL will leave you with an unresolved ending. So please go pick up FATL if you can and enjoy the kick-ass action, the beautiful art, and the snappy dialogue. It's a great little book with a badass anti-hero type. And if anyone else has read this story, please share your thoughts in it in the comments. Thanks.